So we're gonna boil these pork with the skin. If you can see there's fat, meat, this is where you get the flavor. So I cut them this way. You will see why after I boil it. All right. Okay. This part is very important. Um, I put a lot of water. Okay, you will see why I put a lot of water when I'm boiling this meat. All right. We will be right back when it's ready to test if the meat is cooked. Okay. Some people will kind of pre-boil the meat and then dump the first, the first batch of water. I don't. I just scoop out the junk or the crud that floating on top. See, I do this before it's boiled over, because once it's boiled, it's gonna mix all this crap into the soup. See, now you know why the water that we boil this meat is important, because we're gonna use this to make the sauce. You know, when you boil meat, all the juicy stuff and the fat come out into the water. That's why, when you eat soup, it tastes good because all the good stuff coming out into this water. Scoop as much as you can. See, look at all the nasty stuff here. All right, guys. It's been 20 minutes. Let's check the meat here. So, in Vietnam, we don't have fancy thermometer to check our meat. Guess what we use to check the meat? That's right, a chopstick. So what we do is we poke the meat right here. You poke on the side and watch. If there's red blood coming out, that means the meat is not cooked. Double check everything here. Go through the top. Check this one. Make sure it's cooked. Normally, if it's not cooked, you will see some red blood coming out through the hole where the chopstick poked into. I think this time it cooked well because I put a lot of water in there. You can see all the fat floating. This soup, this water, we're gonna use to make the sauce. So it look like the meat is cooked. All right. So I took the meat out and I'm gonna test to see, make sure it's really cooked. I don't see any pink. Can you guys see any pink? Look like it's cooked. So right now the meat is still hot, so it's kind of hard to cut them into thin slices. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in the freezer for like 15 minutes or so, so it's cooked. That way it's easier to slide them thin. And yeah, that look good. Okay, right now I left the meat inside the refrigerator for about half hour, so you see how the meat's hardened. It's easy to slide. Remember how the way I cut them? You will understand why I did it that way. So you can cut as thick as you want or thin as you want. For me, the thinner it is, the better it is when you put it in the spring roll. It's easier to manage when you put it in the spring roll. See how the meat look? You got fat, skin fat, a little bit thicker fat, more. So if you don't like a lot of fat, buy the meat that only have, you know, the more meat, no fat. You know, it's your choice. Okay, this is the part where we're gonna cook the rice noodle. See right now it look kind of semi-clear. As soon as they turn white, that's when you need to get them out. So you have to constantly stir them so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. There's very one important step to this. Once it's cooked, you have to pour it into one of these strainers and then run cold water over it so it doesn't stick together. I will show you once we're ready for that. All right. So how do you know when this thing is ready? It's cooked. So you can pull one out and test them. If they still chew like plastic, then they're not ready. When it's soft inside, then it should be nice and soft when you bite on it. But it still tastes like plastic, it's not ready. So right here, it's almost ready. If you can look at it, you know how rice is when you cook right, they tend to stick together, right? There's one way of preventing that. All right, here it is. This is how you prevent from getting stick together. Running cold water over it. This way, they will never stick together. So you're gonna let it strain all the water out, and then we're gonna go to the next step. All right, we're gonna make the sauce now. This is a crucial part of this whole process here. Cause this make or break the meal here. Anyway, you're gonna need some fish sauce, some sugar, some hoisin sauce, some salt, and peanut butter. Since I have these peanut butter in the packets, I'm gonna use these. So I'm pretty much dump everything in. See, there's no measurement on this. I just want to see how it look like on the color. There's one more secret ingredient I'm not gonna show you yet until we're almost the end. Just to have some color, you know, you put hot and sauce and a little bit of flavor. You don't want to put too much of this. Then it's kind of overwhelm the sauce. Added peanut butter. I mean, you can add more peanut butter. If you're allergic to peanut butter, don't use peanut butter. The last ingredient you will see that I put in will probably help you out with this instead of peanut butter. What you want is to make a sauce that thick, but it's not too thick, because if it's too thick, then it's hard to so when you do the spring roll, you dip into the sauce, it's supposed to stick to your sauce, into the spring roll. You know the secret? What's the difference between Vietnamese food and Chinese food? That's right, fish sauce. Pretty much all our dishes have fish sauce in it. Right now, I'm just gonna put two, just to have the smell and flavor. I don't want to put too much fish sauce in there, because it's gonna stink up the house really bad. So you can see right now, it's kind of thickened already, a little bit thickened. So if you want it thicker, the more you want it thick, you add more peanut butter. Put a little bit of salt in there. The salt will give you the saltiness without a smell. Some sugar, so kind of taper off the sharp saltiness. I don't measure anything. I just taste it as I go. That way, you know, it according to the taste I like. So you make it any way you want. But the main thing is you use that broth that you boiling your pork with, so you get all that fat and juicy from the meat. Right now they're not very thick. So what you can do is add peanut butter. I still have one more secret ingredient I'm not gonna put in yet. So I probably should put that in right now to see how thick the sauce has become, you know, before I add more peanut butter in. You guys ready for my secret ingredient? Ta-da. I found out this gives me color and the flavor that I want, and the thickness too. For now, I'm used 2 bags. See, the sauce, you can pre-make them and then save them, you know, for later use. It's hard to get the broth from the meat that you cook. So you can always make the sauce beforehand and then make the other ingredient later, you know, for next meal. See, I didn't even use the whole pot of sauce that I was broth from the meat. Yeah, make sure you keep stirring them, because if you don't, it's gonna get stuck on the bottom. Peanut butter. A lot of time when you make these sauce, they look they're not thick, but when they cool down, they're really thick and sticky. And that's it. If you want, you can add garlic in there. Be right back when we're ready. So you can continue to boil it until you get to the thickness that you want. I think this is about good for me. Yeah, I think this is good. Right now it's boiling hot, so it seems like, you know, thin, but once it cools down, it's gonna be really thick. All right, we're ready for the next step. Well, I make some crushed peanut by using the towel and Ziploc bag. I was beating on it. I thought it was recorded, but it didn't record. So. But that's how I make my crushed peanut. All right. If you like seafood, you can always add shrimp in. You can buy fresh shrimp and cook them, but I'm too lazy, and I don't like the smell of shrimp when it's raw and cooked. So it's gonna be smelling in the house. So I bought it's pre-cooked. And if you want to, you can wash it out before you serve it. All right. All right, guys. Are you guys ready? Pretty much all the ingredient is done. So let's go review all of them. So all my veggie is already washed. See the red leaf lettuce, chive, basil, um, cilantro, and beef steak leaf. I didn't make it up. I googled it up. So the sauce is done. I already had some crushed peanut butter. I like to have my sauce spicy, so I'm gonna add some of this. And we have the boiled rice noodle, the shrimp, the meat, the pork belly meat, and the wrap. So I will give you a link to how this wrap was used before in my egg roll egg roll dish. So you can either use the bowl of warm water to moisten your sheet, or you can have one of these fancy ones. They sell these, came with 10 of these. Instead of using the plate, you can use this so it won't stick into the plate. All right. I'm gonna set this down here. See, with these, you have to work fast. You want these to look warm. You don't want it too hot. A little bit of leaf here. A little bit. These are truly a finger food. So normally you make stuff like this. It's a good food to have, to be so-so. You can sit along with a bunch of people and make them and eat till you go and talk, you know. Get some of this. Some basil. Yeah, normally I would, sit right in the middle of tables. I only got a little table, so it's kind of hard to. So I have to reach over here. So literally, you can put whatever you want in there, you know, whatever vegetable you want. A little bit of this, chive. So you can add as much meat as you want, or as little as meat as you want. See, I like these shrimp because they're small enough. It's easy to lay them in there. And you just drop it. Personally, I think it's better to use the plate. Because something like this thing make it stick. Way stickier. Yeah, you make your own roll and go from there, you know. Yeah, I think this is not a very good plate. All right, I will bring my stuff back. So for now, the sauce, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of this in there. For spiciness, I'm gonna put some of pepper in there. Look at this. And that look good. So that's pretty much the roll, spring roll. I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna try to do it with the plate. Okay, I'm using the plate to see how easy it is to use the plate. Noodle. Yeah, you gotta use your hand no matter what. So you better make sure you wash your hand well before you start making that food. You know, otherwise you can get food poisoning. I think you can probably put spinach in there. If you don't like lettuce, you can use spinach. You create your own art and eat it. What a better way, huh? Create your art and eat it. Yeah, I think using the plate is better. It doesn't seem to stick to the plate that much. That's why I say you gotta move fast. Cause these rice paper sheet, they're very sticky. Yeah, I think it's easier to use this. Anyway, look at this. Mmm. Look at that. So healthy. It's like eating salad wrap, salad wrap. All right, guys. That's the wrap. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye now.